Hello fellow office workers, my name is Dex. Today we're going to continue the story of Stanley Parable. You are now up to speed, so let's get right to it. So, let's get back to our craziness here. As I've got another set of weird yet interesting endings for you. Let's start with the maybe the insanity ending.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
You
when
scumbag.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, let's keep to the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What did you do, you fucker? He boarded up the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, no. He walked downstairs. Anything interesting? Somewhat? Nope.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Wasn't
All of
this
my
car...
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley
I've
pondered
been here
this,
before.
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Hope so.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What the
Then
fuck?
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Wow.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Right.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
That's crazy.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Oh god.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin. the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh crap. I'm still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh shit. Wow.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Yeah, isn't life grand? And guess what? We are back. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, this
Stanley
changed.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's try the escape route that we saw in the last playthrough.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Exactly. That's what Stanley did. Because Stanley is a badass.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Perfect. Just perfect. Down the elevator we go. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Not today.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nice try.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Nope. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. What the actual
As the
fuck?
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh shit. No, 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 no.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? What the fuck is happening?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Breaking fourth walls like crazy. What the fuck am I getting myself into here?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Interesting. I have the office layout. All the paintings, which are 6 of them. His computer. It's like all, what is it, game assets in one place. Interesting. Aw, we get credits and everything. Boss's office. I hear something move. Ah. It's just a clock. Okay, we got a cup.
Well, try the other one then.
What?
Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing?
Interesting. Now this is breaking all kinds of fourth walls, man. Freedom ending. Yeah, I got it. What the? One of the discs for an early version of the countdown ending. Ha! Is it distance based or is it... I don't know what it is. Elevators. Exit. I don't want to exit. Not yet. There's more to see here. What is this? Some sort of decrepit game design mode. More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. Okay, and this circles back around. Okay, let's use the exit. What the fuck? Warzone? Ending where Stanley would end up in the battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. I think I would have liked it. Okay, let's head for the exit. Where the fuck was the exit?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
By these two, do you mean me and the narrator? Or me and Stanley?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
That's deep.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
You know what? Fuck it.
time
Okay, I did not expect to die there. But I did. Is the game not gonna start? Is it really forcing me to quit? Fine, I quit. Hope you're happy. Not begin. Damn it. No. Okay. Let's go for another ending. So let's try the right door this
Stanley decided
time.
to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the
Right.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I can't afford any
Stanley
drinks.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Can I at least take some of the free coffee? No? Fuck you then.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I? Fine.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Do I have any other options? No.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay. To the right we go then.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. You're sure about this?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning?
As you wish.
Suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Not much has changed. Oh.
When Stanley... Wait. What?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
I
Everything
don't
should
think
be...
so.
Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Yeah, they were.
I'm sure that it's here somewhere.
I'm sure it
then.
is.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
What am I looking at here? I am completely and utterly lost. What the hell is this maze? Am I supposed to be here? Mr. Narrator? I think I'm lost.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
I'm back
Okay,
here.
let's give it a shot. Why not?
Again. Restarting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, that could be an option.
Okay, yes, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
This is confusing.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Oh no, this is going to be a spiral of
Wait,
death.
never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Sure. It's not like we're caught in office limbo or anything. What the fuck?
Now this...
Where?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Oh yeah!
Congratulations!
Perfect.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Of course I
Some
did.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Shut up, man, I work for it.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Jesus. What the fuck?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Here goes nothing. You sure about this? Because it feels like I'm not going where I'm supposed to be going.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa.
Jesus, man.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, Jesus. Bum bum ba-dum. Bum ba-da.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
What
Stanley,
the?
this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Right, I need to take a mental picture of this fern. Oh yeah, pose for me, baby. Perfect. Can I get back my exciting music?
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
What the f...
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Okay, this is extremely confusing now.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And
Bad
I
line.
trusted you. After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
What? Even more restarts? Oh, we still get the line. Oh, lucky us.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Did you just open a random door? Are you sure this is a good idea?
Now,
I feel like we're...
yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
This is about to get crazy, I got a feeling.
Oh, no, not you again.
Jesus,
Stanley,
line.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Completely ignoring it. Definitely not following the line. The line is being quite a bitch. Ah, the line is gone.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Right, I'm not done walking around the room. Fine, I'm done. What the?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me That's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
It's like a small child, man.
Time return.
What the?
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
There was no choice between the
whatever it is
doors.
that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I doubt it.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
I just went deaf. Oh, God. Okay. I guess that's the end of the confusion ending. Jesus, that was loud. Hope I haven't lost my hearing sense. Anyway, I think that's enough for this episode. Let's take it up in the next one for the following endings. But until then, you guys and gals, remember, like this video if you liked it, dislike otherwise, comment and subscribe. And I will see you when I see you.
Please don't fall for me. I'm not trying to be on a leash, I just wanna be free. And not caught up in all these strings that be tripping my feet. I got a pocket full of dreams that I'm trying to release. Can you see?